A cyborg is someone who uses an electronic or mechanical device to help them, usually an implant. People used to see cyborgs in movies, on TV, and in comic books. With the sudden arrival of many new technologies that can change the world, science fiction is suddenly becoming science. There are now many ways to improve or add to our bodies. From ID-carrying microchips to contact lenses that do more than just fix your vision to smart bones and eyes, here are 10 technologies that are getting us closer to being cyborgs. But before we start our countdown, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. 10. Robotic exoskeleton. Roam Robotics and its president, Tim Swift, are experts in making robotic exoskeletons that can be inflated. On its website, the company shows off two products, Ascend and Forge. Ascend is a medical device, while Forge is a consumer product. Ascend is a robotic knee brace that can be worn to relieve knee pain and improve mobility. Their website says that Ascend has helped patients get more mobility, less pain, and more confidence. The product has been approved by the FDA and changes in real time to meet the needs of the person who wears it. Ascend lets people do things they wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Forge, the second product from Roam Robotics, is made to make people better at what they do. Firefighters, the military, the police, and people who like to be outside could all use it. Forge is small and light, and it straps right to the user's leg. Forge also has control software that adds power when it needs to and stays quiet when it doesn't. In an ad for Forge, Roam Robotics says, "Our mission is to improve human performance. Every day, people who use Forge improve their athletic skills." 9. Artificial heart. The FDA didn't approve the Aeson heart from Carmot until February of 2021. This was the first time in US history that a person got a heart that was made of all artificial parts. People with biventricular heart failure can use the device to help them. In other words, the artificial heart pumps blood because the real heart can't. At the moment, this technology is kind of a stopgap measure. Patients get a fake heart while they wait for a real heart to be transplanted. But in the future, Carmot wants its artificial hearts to last longer, even for years. The device is different from other artificial hearts in how it works. Aeson features automatic adjustments. The artificial heart changes the rate and flow of blood by responding to signs from the body. Strokes and blood clots are big problems that can happen with heart transplants in general. The design of Carmot takes care of this problem with a biological lining. Aeson is powered by a battery pack that the patient always has with him or her. The skin is used to connect the battery pack. 8. Pacemaker. A pacemaker is made to stop problems caused by an irregular heartbeat. In 1958, doctors William Chardak, Andrew Gage, and Wilson Greatbatch came up with the idea for the electronic pacemaker. In 1960, an older man was the first person to have an electronic pacemaker put in. He continued to live with the pacemaker for 10 more months without any problems. He must have been the very first robot. Since they were first made, pacemakers have gotten better and better, and millions of people still use them today. Pacemakers are used so often now that most people don't think twice about them. But the people who wear the device are well aware that they are cyborgs. People with pacemakers have to be careful around X-ray machines, microwaves, and even cell phones. If a pacemaker stops working right, the person who has it could have a stroke or even die from their heart stopping. 7. IQ Buds. David Cannington, who is a co-founder of Nuhara, came up with the idea for IQ Buds. Nuhara is an Australian company whose main products are IQ Buds and IQ Buds Boost. According to their website, they are changing the way people hear by creating personalized hearing solutions that are multifunctional, accessible, and affordable to an underserved global market. The original IQ Buds came out in 2016, and the IQ Buds Boost came out in 2018. Both were made to help people hear better and cut down on background noise. IQ Buds let people turn up the volume of certain sounds and turn down the volume of other sounds. It's not the same as a hearing aid, but it does some of the same things. IQ Buds are a lot like other wireless earbuds in how they work. They are linked to a device through Bluetooth. A setting can be chosen by the user. 6. Contact lenses that measure glucose levels. Unlike many of the other cyborg parts on our list, this one was made by a big company. Google filed for a patent for a digital contact lens in 2014. Even though this could lead to a lot of technological advances, it was first used to help diabetic patients keep track of their blood sugar levels. These amazing contact lenses have sensors in the middle. Think of the lenses as the bread and the small sensor as the meat of a sandwich. There is also a very small hole in each lens. The user's tears can get to the sensor in the lens through this hole. The information is then sent to another device by the sensor. This makes it easy for people with diabetes to check their blood sugar levels. Patients with diabetes must sometimes prick their fingers many times a day. Google's lenses are helping people with diabetes see a brighter, easier future. 5. A microchip that can store data in your hands. When you always have your phone and other devices with you, it can feel like the whole world is in your hands. Some people have taken this very seriously, even though it's just a turn of phrase. Shannon Corporeal, an Australian scientist, was the first person thought to have put a microchip in her hand. In 2016, she had 2 microchips put into her hands. This meant that she no longer needed to carry IDs, credit cards, and other things. The microchips can even remember her computer and website passwords. This has started a cultural movement, especially in Australia. The so-called biohacker movement is said to have started with Corporeal. CNBC.com says that the Swedish company Epicenter, which is one of the biggest backers of this movement, started implanting workers with near-field communication, NFC, chips in 2015. 4. Smart bones. EB is a biotech company with headquarters in Switzerland. They have worked to make a bone replacement that looks like a natural human bone. Smart Bone was the name of the product when it came out in 2012. According to their website, Smart Bone is made by putting together a bovine mineral bone matrix with bioresorbable polymers and collagen fragments. It is also made to look like a human bone. According to EB, it mimics the properties of a healthy human bone: biocompatibility, adequate open porosity, high mechanical performance, and hydrophilicity. 3. BrainGate. BrainGate has helped paralyzed people move some of their muscles again by implanting electrodes into their brains. BrainGate was first made by neuroscientists and researchers at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. For many people who are paralyzed, BrainGate has changed their lives. CNBC.com says that in 2017, a BrainGate device was put in the head of 53-year-old Bill Cahever, who had been paralyzed for 8 years. CNBC says that more than 30 electrodes were put into his arm by the medical team. Cahever trained for about 4 months to learn how to feed himself, drink on his own, and do other things. That is a real wonder. BrainGate's implants have been very successful, and the company is always coming up with new and exciting ways to improve BrainGate. Even though this technology has a lot of promise, it is not yet good enough for all patients to use. 2. Open Artificial Pancreas System. OpenAPS is another exciting new tool that helps people with diabetes keep track of their blood sugar. Dana Lewis, who has type 1 diabetes herself, came up with the device. OpenAPS gives people with type 1 diabetes access to the technology they need to build their own closed-loop system. Their website says that they have a less complicated artificial pancreas system that you can put together yourself. The device works by communicating with an insulin pump to get details of all recent insulin dosing, communicating with a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, to get current and recent BG estimates, and issuing commands to the insulin pump to adjust temporary basal rates as needed. OpenAPS, as it sounds, is free for all patients, consumers, and manufacturers. But since OpenAPS is a do-it-yourself product, it will take some time and know-how to get it up and running. This is a good use of time for the many people with diabetes who use OpenAPS around the world. 1. Second Sight and Pixium Vision. People often think of a robotic eye when they first think of a cyborg. Even though we don't have that technology yet, there are some amazing devices that help people who are blind see again. Pixium Vision, a French company, has made progress with a device called Iris. But an American company called Second Sight claims to have made the first fully bionic, electromechanical eye. Their most recent device, Argus 2, is meant to give people functional vision. The company's website says, it combines a tiny eye implant with a patient-worn camera and processor to change how you see the world. The website also says that it has been safe and reliable for 10 years and has 350 users around the world. That's so cool. Argus 2 gets information from a small camera that is attached to the patient's glasses. After that, the images are turned into electrical pulses and sent to the retina. From there, the retinal implant stimulates the patient's retina, sending information to the user's brain and simulating sight. This cutting-edge technology does require surgery and time to heal, and it's still not perfect. Argus 2, on the other hand, gives people who have lost their sight an exciting new chance. A cyborg with a bionic eye shows how exciting technology is right now. So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us what you think about the video in the comments section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get updates when we post new videos.